Open 6:30 it starts, supposed to be 5:30, it's coming after that, because it's raining after that.
They start at 5:30, but then it rains.
Not 20 minutes ago.
Oh, well.
Oh, it is a little late. Miller, come on, man.
Wrong way.
I didn't chair. You chair, man.
I was set off the room, so it was good.
One job, Jennifer, one job.
You got lots of.
I know, but tonight she only had one.
There were way more than just one dog.
It's 6 o'clock, I'll call the meeting to order. Please rise. Deputy Location, Linda, please.
Yes, if you'll bow your heads, please, I will pray. Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for our time together where we can consider the issues for providing for our students. Lord, I pray that you would help us to understand the issues before us, help us to have clarity of thought and to be able to make good decisions, always remembering our students' best interests. I thank you for each person here and their contribution to our district and to the lives of our students. I pray that you would bless each family and each home, each person, each staff member. Lord, that you would just bless their work and give them renewed energy for the rest of the school year as we wind down. I thank you for the board. Lord, I pray that we would be agreeable even when we don't agree. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Show me the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. You may be seated. Our first item of business is to approve the minutes from last month's meeting. Everybody's had a chance to read them. I entertain a motion and read the meeting of them.
I'll make a motion. We approve the minutes without reading. I'll second.
Second by Jackie. All's in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That carries. Next is the recognitions.
All right, we're going to start with our 226 awards. For those of you that are new, our 226 award, Columbia, Missouri ISD is 225 square miles. So 226 makes it the extra mile. So we're going to recognize some folks that go the extra mile. As superintendent, I don't do this very often, but I do have 2 senior students that I want to recognize this year because they've done something special and they've done some things to put Columbia, Missouri ISD, specifically Columbia High School, in a very positive light. So, the first one I want to introduce to you is Ashley Shugart. Ashley, would you come forward? So, Ashley is a quite accomplished young lady. So, at Brazosport College every year hosts a counselor and administrator appreciation dinner for all of the high schools in Missouri County, and districts in Missouri County, or that they serve. Every year they select student speakers. This year, Ashley was chosen to be one of their student speakers. And the neat thing about Ashley is she's part of our Catalyst program. And that's one of the best things going at Columbia High School. And if I'm not mistaken, you were the only female in your classes in the Catalyst program. Long story short, Catalyst program, they apply going into at the end of their sophomore year, going to their junior year. They spend their junior and senior year going through technical courses at Brazosport College, free of charge. The idea is it's a 2+1 year. meaning after she graduates, she's going to go back to Brazosport College for her, for 1 year. And at the end of that, she's going to wind up with an associate's degree. Brazosport College is going to pick up the tab for year 3. So she's going to have associate's degree, and there's no debt. Books, fees, everything are picked up by the district and by Brazosport College, and that's a program we went into about 5 years ago. So it's one of the best things happening in Columbia High School. But this young lady got to speak. She did a fantastic job, and she explained how she has found ways to succeed and work through things and become a very productive individual. So she's off to a great start. So Ashley, before I say any more, would you kind of tell them what's in your future and things that have good things that have happened to you recently?
So I did BCPC signing day recently, and I ended up getting all 4 offers.
So tell them about your offers. Tell them what you're going to make and what you're going to do.
I'm going to be, I was the only one that got all 4 offers out of the whole group. I'm going to go out into Contech as an instrumentation tech for about 23 bucks.
About 24, 25 bucks an hour, and still going to school, graduates with an associate's degree. And I think good things are going to happen for you, young lady. So with that, would you introduce who you have with you?
I have my grandpa, Roger Shugart, and then my grandma, Susie Shugart.
Yeah. One of the fantastic things she included in her speech is that when she was 5 years old, Grandpa had her out back changing tractor tires and things like that, correct? And so her speech was fantastic on how she might have been raised differently to some these days, right? So Ashley, if you'd stand right here, we're going to take a picture when we're done, okay? All right. The next young lady I want to recognize is Cecilia Martinez. So Cecilia, would you come up for us? Right here so I can touch you and talk about you. So this young lady, I was invited about a month ago to be the event speaker for the Missouri County Head Start banquet, yearly banquet. And so I got a chance to start, and I got a chance to talk about the good things that are happening in CBISD. I got to talk about the change, if you want to call it the enrollment change of Wild Peach, Missouri, Barrow, and what's happened, and then the struggles we had, and then where we're at today, and how Head Start has played a part when we decided to really focus our resources on an early childhood center. And so the things that have happened from that. So at the end of the program, they gave away 2 $1,000 scholarships, was that correct? So Cecilia received one of those. The one she received is the Evelyn Moore Memorial Scholarship. Many of you may remember Nate Moore served on the CBISD Board of Trustees from 1996 to 1999. His wife, Evelyn Moore, was a longtime CEO and director of Missouri County Head Start who passed many years ago. And so Cecilia actually received the scholarship. And so the scholarship that they gave away was meant for a senior graduating student who had gone through the services of Missouri County Head Start. So this young lady started with challenges and has found a way to be successful. Then, when Nate Moore was talking about her and her plan for the future is to go to college and return to CBISD to teach elementary school. These 2 young ladies speak to me because I just thought these were good stories at a time of year. We're about to send another senior class off. And we have kind of 2 ends of the spectrum. One that's going to go off in the world and do great things, and one that's going to come back. And we've created an environment in this district where somebody like her wants to come back and give back. So to both of y'all, thank you so much. I appreciate what you're doing. Cecilia, here's your certificate. And before we get done, Cecilia, would you introduce who you have with you?
Yes, I brought my aunt back there. Her name's Elizabeth.
So Cecilia, before we go, would you tell them what your plans are for the future?
I plan to attend Brazosport College, receive my Associates of Arts in Teaching, and then I plan to transfer over to another university, major in elementary education. Come back here and teach, hopefully at Westcombe Elementary.
So here you go, Ashley. So look, Ms. Jeffrey, would you get a picture of us, please?
Sure. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Thank y'all so much.
Ms. McCarthy, you're up next.
All right, so now we're going to do campus Teachers of the Year. So.
Well, good evening. It's my pleasure to introduce to you two wonderful ladies who I have the pleasure of working with every day. This is Marissa Bonner. She is my new Teacher of the Year at Wild Peach Elementary School. And Marissa is a graduate of Columbia High School. What year? 2011. And Marissa teaches kindergarten at Wild Peach Elementary. And if you've never taught kindergarten, it's a new adventure every day. It's their first time in school, and it's the teacher's first time in school. But Marissa did great. She's been working as a paraprofessional at Wild Peach Elementary with a bachelor's degree from Lamar University. And I've been trying to get her on board for a while now, and finally convinced her to take the plunge and join Texas Teachers. And she has been amazing. You would think she was a veteran teacher. She has amazing classroom management. She takes the difficult ones, she doesn't complain, and she grows all of them. Her growth was like that of a veteran teacher. And so I'm proud to present to you our Wild Peach Elementary new Teacher of the Year, Marissa Bonner. And then I would like to introduce you to the Wild Peach Elementary Teacher of the Year, Ms. Kathy Stevens. Ms. Stevens is another CBISD Grow Your Own product. She started in Capitol Elementary as a substitute teacher and a paraprofessional, and she got her bachelor's degree from UH Clear Lake and her teaching certification. And she's been a teacher in CBISD for 13 years now. She's been with me for 4 years at Wild Peach Elementary teaching first grade, and she is my reading goddess. She can take the most struggling reader and grow them to be on grade level or very close to grade level in a year's time. And if you've ever worked with a kid who struggles to read, that's quite an accomplishment. Ms. Stevens comes to work every day with a smile. She never complains. And she comes to work every day. She missed 2 days this year, and she missed half a day last year. So coming to work every day with a smile and working with our most challenging students, Kathy Stevens, the Wild Peach Elementary.
Perfect. All right, Vero.
Congratulations.
All right, Barrow Elementary Principal Cohee.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pleasure and immense pride that I stand before you today to introduce an extraordinary educator who has left an indelible mark on the lives of countless students and the entire educational community. It is my honor to present Mrs. De La Rosa, a beacon of inspiration and the epitome of dedication as Barrow Elementary's teacher. Mrs. De La Rosa's commitment to nurturing young minds and fostering a love of learning is unparalleled. For years, 26 to be exact, she has been a guiding light, illuminating the path to knowledge and igniting the flames of curiosity in every student who has had the privilege of entering her classroom. With unwavering passion and patience, she has transformed education into an extraordinary journey, where students are not just recipients of information, but active participants in their own growth. In Mrs. De La Rosa's classroom, every child is seen, heard, and valued. She possesses a remarkable ability to create a nurturing environment where students feel safe to express their thoughts and ideas, unleashing their full potential. By fostering a culture of inclusivity and respect, she instills in her students the importance of empathy and understanding, building a strong foundation for their personal and academic development. Not only that, but she helps her students to believe that they can truly do hard things. Beyond the classroom walls, Mrs. De La Rosa's impact extends into the wider educational community. She tirelessly advocates for the advancement of teaching methodologies, sharing her innovative approaches and insights with fellow educators. Her commitment to the professional growth is evident in her constant pursuit of knowledge and her eagerness to embrace new technologies and teaching techniques, always striving to deliver the best education to her students possible. Mrs. De La Rosa's impact resonates far beyond academic achievements. She goes above and beyond her duties as an educator, recognizing the vital role of emotional well-being in students' overall growth. With genuine care and compassion, she lends a sympathetic ear, providing support and guidance during both triumphs and challenges. Her unwavering belief in her students' potential serves as a powerful catalyst, empowering them to overcome obstacles and to truly reach for the stars. Today, as we gather to honor the finest educators among us, it is only fitting that we recognize Mrs. De La Rosa's outstanding contributions to the field of education. Her steadfast commitment to excellence, her profound impact on the lives of her students, and her relentless pursuit of knowledge make her a true exemplar of the teaching profession. Please join me in expressing our deepest admiration and gratitude to Mrs. De La Rosa for her remarkable dedication and nominating her for the well-deserved Teacher of the Year Award, not just for Barrow, but for CBISD.
One, two, three. You still got it. That looks great.
West Columbia.
Yeah. Principal Bolton.
All right, well, it is my absolute pleasure and honor to introduce to you first my new Teacher of the Year at West Columbia Elementary School, Miss Emily Medway. I think Miss Medway has an awesome story because she actually started out in the criminal justice system as a police officer and was recruited to work as a paraprofessional at a school because they had such a difficult time with a student that they felt like maybe a police officer could handle that student. She took the job, she came in, she fell in love with students that have the most extreme and difficult behaviors and also disabilities. We were so fortunate to get her last year when she came to us as a veteran teacher. It was her first year as a teacher, but I'm telling you that no one on our campus all year long knew that she was a brand new teacher. They thought she was an experienced life skills teacher when she came to us. My favorite thing about Miss Medway, and this comes to me from me as a former life skills teacher myself, is that she never puts limits on what she believes and knows that her students can accomplish. She will push and push and push and push until they achieve their full potential, and that is the key to getting for them to fulfill their full potential. She loves her students like no one else. She has managed a team of paraprofessionals very, very well with a lot of maturity and grace. She never stops to learn and want to know more and what she needs to do to meet the needs of her students. She'll come to me and say, what do I do? How do I help? Because she just has that spirit of continuous growth and improvement. And for that, I'm very proud to award you our new Teacher of the Year award. Tonight is the night of great stories because this lady right here, she has a great story too. When I first started working at CBISD, Miss Hammond, this is our Teacher of the Year, Missy Hammond. I assumed you all knew that. Because she's a very familiar face. But when I first started, she was a paraprofessional working for us as a para. She did stand out as a para and was always commented by the professional developer leaders that would say, man, that para you sent to that math training, boy, she really was awesome. Before I knew it, Ms. Hammond had gotten her bachelor's degree and her teaching certification and began to be a teacher, and a very successful one at that. She quickly moved into roles like team leader, where she keeps the whole team together, tells them like it is, shows them how to do it, holds them accountable, mentors them. It's amazing. But then, very quickly after that, she got her master's degree and her principal certification. She has served as a summer school principal for us, and she's going to be doing it again this summer. I'm just going to say that the sky is the limit for Ms. Hammond, because whatever she puts her mind to, she does it. And she doesn't waste any time. She doesn't take any, she takes names while she's doing it as well. I'm so proud of her. There's no one more deserving. She's the first one in the door every day and the last one out every day. She works extremely hard, but it's because she loves her students with her whole heart. There's nothing that she wouldn't do for them. So I present to you Teacher of the Year, Misty Hammond.
1, 2, 3. Okay, junior high.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Principal Kenny.
My ladies, join me up here. Stand in the back. First, I'd like to introduce Leslie Smith. She's our new Teacher of the Year. She was at the junior high in the BK era. That's the before Kenny era, so she predates me there. She was a student here at CBISD and was a paraprofessional at the junior high for 5 years. Finally talked her into joining Texas Teachers. She's homegrown. So she did, took the plunge, stepped in. She was working as a special education paraprofessional. And so that's where she decided that she wanted to stay. That's where her heart was, helping the kids that need her the most. So that's where she got her certification. We're still working on that, but we're getting it finished, right? Okay. So she's first year doing the art paperwork, getting all of these things that she never had to do as a paraprofessional. But everybody doing it with her is also in their first year. So they felt very overwhelmed at the beginning of the year. But her positive attitude and just her go-get-'em attitude with her to-do list, her checklist, I've got to do this, 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 and she'll go through that vigorously, making sure that everything is checked off. And the most important box that she checks is making sure her kids are getting what they need. So she stepped into the teacher role magnificently, and she 100% deserves the new Teacher of the Year award. This is Leilani Culpepper. She's our Teacher of the Year. She wears so many different hats on our campus. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Director of First Impressions. She is the one that, couldn't we do this here? Couldn't we do that there? She's the one that's constantly changing out what's in the display case. So when the kids walk in, they see something welcoming and inviting. And she does that before they get there in the morning. You want to talk about the first one in? She's there. So 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. She said, I couldn't sleep, so I came into work. She puts in hours and hours and hours. Now, she always comes with a smile, but I can't say that she doesn't ever complain. But the thing about her complaining is it's followed up with a solution. And so I support her in everything she does. Sometimes she's like, I'm sorry to bother you again. I'm sorry to bother you again. It is never a bother because it's always for the kids. What can I do? What can we do? What can we do to improve this? What can we do to make kids want to be here? So she's the one that actually stepped up and said, let's do PBIS this year. Let's support these kids. Let's show them what it is that we expect from them and then reward them when they meet those expectations. And so again, hour after hour, soliciting donations, making sure we're doing the right things with those, making sure we've got the prizes for the kids, making sure that they get recognized, setting up our academic assemblies after every 9 weeks. She's the one behind all of that. And she does all of that while also leading National Junior Honor Society, making sure those kids are getting their hours in, staying on top of their grades, making sure that she's writing. If she has to put them on probation because their grades are slipping, she's the one that calls them in and holds them accountable. Again, she does all of that while she's still teaching Texas history, leading a first-year teacher on campus, and just being a leader on the campus in everything that we believe in, our 3 pillars of respect, responsibility, and integrity. So I'm very excited to reward Leilani Culpepper with our Teacher of the Year.
Thank you. I thought they were really good.
Principal.
No, also, yes, Ms. Culpepper is in the running for Reader's Choice Award of Favorite Teacher in the Facts. I believe it's still open for voting. You can vote every day, once a day, every day. So get on the facts online and vote for Ms. Culpepper. Thank you for that reminder.
Want to bring it home for our school?
All right, now Columbia High School, Principal Jeffrey.
Hello there, everybody. So my wonderful teachers of the year could not make it today. They had prior engagements. So I've written something for Mrs. Ann Thomas, who was our teacher of the year for the high school. I'm honored to have the opportunity to bring a glowing recommendation for Ann Thomas, our exceptional Asthma 2 teacher, who was voted teacher of the year amongst her peers. I've had the pleasure of working with Ms. Thomas for several years now, and I can confidently say that she's one of the first and finest educators that have come across in my career. She is enthusiastic and passionate, who has a deep understanding of her subject matter and a unique ability to get her students excited about learning. She goes above and beyond in her approach to teaching, constantly seeking ways to engage her students and to help them succeed. Her teaching style is creative, interactive, and challenging, and her commitment to excellence is evident in her high achievement of her students. She, as well as being an outstanding educator, is an active and dedicated member of our school community. She constantly seeks out opportunities to serve her fellow teachers, students, and parents, and going an extra mile to contribute to our school events and initiatives. She is an amazing educator, and she's voted our teacher of the year, Ms. Katie Trevino. I'm Ann Thomas. Katie Trevino is our new teacher. She is not here as well. It's unfortunate. I tried to bully the new teacher. It didn't work. So read a little something about her. As principal of Columbia High School, I'm pleased to provide a glowing recommendation for the exceptional first-year teacher, Katie Trevino. Katie is an incredibly talented teacher who has made a remarkable impact on our staff and our students at our school. Katie is a passionate, dedicated, and knowledgeable young teacher who has made a strong connection with her students. She creates a positive and safe learning environment where her students feel comfortable and motivated to take risks and to grow in the learning community. Katie's teaching approach focuses on engaging diverse learners with learning styles while making the subject matter exciting and relevant. Katie exhibits professionalism, positivity, and a strong work ethic. She has established herself as a team player and has built strong relationships with her colleagues and staff members. She's a true asset to our school. I look forward to watching her grow as an educator. Katie Trevino.
Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey. All right, so our last piece of recognitions is campus communication. Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey. All right, so our last piece of recognitions is campus communication. Thank you, Mr. Jeffrey. All right, so our last piece of weather report, Jeffrey. All right, so our last piece of